the sports guy. Now, the sports guy is your nickname, but if you were a player, what would you have as your nickname?
Washed up.
Washed up,
Yeah.
that's it?
Yeah. I quit pickup like 5 years ago.
I'm gonna end it right now.
He's going to end it.
I'm going to end
I feel it. I feel it.
it.
A lot of sharp pressers coming off that Spurs bus. And we've got time for a quick pregame report.
Well, guys, DeMar DeRozan.
Great vision, David. Thank you. And a look at the starters for San Antonio. Jakob Poeltl out there at DeRozan. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then it's White, and it's Walker in at the 3 spot. And for Utah, inside we have Ingles and Gobert. Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. And it's O'Neal in at small forward. And here we go. Fast break. Murray's got it. And it's Murray with the jam.
I'll tell you, DeJounte Murray puts a lot of pressure on your defense, whether it's in half court or in transition.
Injuries pressing Derek White into a much bigger role in year 2. But you know what, Smitty? He rose to the occasion.
You know, I love him. He has great size at 6'4" for a point guard. Good instincts. He can shoot. He can create. I love his versatility.
And I like how he draws the attention on the inside, and then the nice little kick out in rhythm for the jumper.
Up again, and there's Gobert putting it right back in.
Rudy wanted it more than anyone else. He's going to be around for a long time. Look forward to watching him.
From 11 feet away, here's White. The kick out to Walker. Pass to Murray. He feeds it to Poeltl. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Jazz have gone just 1 of 4 to get this game started. Gobert the pass to Conley. And White with the block. They retain possession. Good on the shot. First quarter, about a minute and a half in. Passes it to DeRozan. And he banks in the layup.
We see the value of increasing your range. DeRozan can find more space inside now because of it.
Ingles kicks to Mitchell. Now about 2 minutes gone here in the first quarter. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points. Ingles has got his second basket of the night.
Challenging the defense at the rim, something he does very well. Excellent tip in.
White the pass to Poeltl. Over Gobert. Gobert with the block.
You really have to be careful with Gobert lurking around. He'll send it back.
Mitchell against White. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That is his first foul of the game. Steve, compare it now to when you were playing. Did teams go deeper into their benches than they used to?
Yeah, they do. I think because of this load management, resting players. So you see a lot of guys play a lot. And also what they've done right now with the G League, being able to bring guys up. They use those guys, and I think it helps a lot, even not on games, but in practice. You'll see more guys are involved in giving guys rest.
Yeah, that makes sense. San Antonio making a switch here. Mills is checked in.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
Good work there as it goes.
And a nice job here early of establishing an inside presence.
Here's O'Neal. And Utah again with the bucket. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for San Antonio. They trail by 3. And DeRozan kicks to Poeltl. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got 3 assists now in this one. Releases from 15. And the basket by Ingles. Ingles has got 6 points. So the Jazz, their last game, a loss to Oklahoma City. Stolen by Clarkson. 1:27 left here in the first quarter. O'Neal passes to Gobert. Baseline jumper. That one misses. So the Spurs will take it the other way. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And the focus was to get stops. All game, they were right up on shooters, and that led to some big-time rejections.
This was their game plan going in. Make shooters uncomfortable by challenging every possible shot.
For the Jazz, Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. George Niang comes in for Royce O'Neal. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. Zeller, he's checked in for San Antonio. Bellinelli comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Now, here's Clarkson. They've been leaning on him for a decent chunk of their offense. He's averaging over 15 points a game.
And I like to see this. They're calling his number early, and he's delivering.
It makes sense, right? You're trying to get off to a fast start, and he can help with that.
Stolen by Clarkson. Got a piece of it. Mudiay against Bellinelli. The shot, no good. Now the Jazz take it the other way. Home court didn't seem to help any last time they met. We'll see if it makes a difference this time.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
A combination of unforced errors and just poor decision-making. They need to be much better in that aspect of the game this time around.
The Spurs have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2.
And when you got a team percentage of about 81%, you're going to be one of the elites in this league.
He's living there tonight, a tough guy to guard without fouling. And the bonus, he's going to knock him down.
Oh, taking it to the rack with power.
Hammering down the two-hand slam. A nice shot by Zeller.
Boy, both teams racking up the points to start this game.
And you wonder how long they can keep it going. At some point, you expect the defense will adjust.
And there's Gobert, putting it right back in.
Stand with it, and Gobert with a high-flying tip-off.
Mills, that's a two-pointer. Oh, and he just knocked down the buzzer beater.
One eye on the rim, one eye on the clock. Nice job.
And so, both teams trading buckets as we end the first quarter. Jazz lead by 3. And we'll be back shortly.
Every day I want to keep getting better.
Well, and as a competitor, this is what you should be thinking, and Greg, you should be talking about, winning a title.
For sure. I mean, it'll take a lot of work, but Gobert sounds like he's up for the challenge of proving the doubters wrong.
And if you're just tuning in, it's been a pretty even game through the first quarter. And from what we've seen from the Jazz so far, what's your take?
Just cashing in on second chance opportunities. That's how they built this early lead.
You can do everything else right, but if you fail to take care of the defensive glass, you're killing your chances.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. On the floor for San Antonio, they've got Bellinelli. Rudy Gay is out there with Tyler Zeller. And it's Mills. And it's Forbes in at the 2 guard. Okay, well, let's check in with David Aldridge, who's reporting from the sideline.
Well, Kevin, coming into the 2017 draft, Donovan Mitchell wasn't sure he was ready for the NBA. Mitchell said, I worked out in the summer with Paul George and Chris Paul. They were the ones who convinced me to keep my name in the draft. They said, look, you're good enough. Just go out there and show it. And Kevin, through a couple of seasons in Utah, that's exactly what Mitchell has done.
He has made an instant impact on the NBA and the Jazz. D.A., thank you.
Dial it up. This is a play you can keep running for Forbes until the defense adjusts. When Gordon Hayward left the Jazz 3 summers ago, some expected a rebuild. Instead, they hit gold with Donovan Mitchell and kept on trucking. Throughout the evening, he's gotten to his spots, and the defense has not adjusted.
Unloads. And he tries off the glass, but it's no good.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Great positioning on the putback.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
Yep, it counts. Mills has got 4 this quarter. And the heartbreak over losing Hayward. Short-lived, but the Jazz still needed to learn from it.
Very important that the Jazz retain the stars they developed. I think there were some lessons learned along the way.
And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession.
This is what we talk about, valuing each possession, avoiding those kinds of mistakes.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Joe Ingles, who's checked in for Rudy Gobert. Royce O'Neal comes in for George Niang. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Clarkson. And it's Mike Conley in for Moutier. And White kicks to DeRozan. San Antonio again missing. Jazz leading by 6. Mitchell wide open. And too long on the shot.
It can be a little disheartening when you do everything right and come away with nothing.
Walker with a clean look. And Murray with the second chance points. Murray's got his second bucket of the game to go.
Explosive athleticism. Murray usually showing it with the ball in his hands, but he can also just go get it.
Back to Ingles, and stolen by Murray. To the paint, here's DeRozan. Oh, and the jam by DeRozan.
DeMar DeRozan, so athletic, rising up to slam it home. Great finish. Well, the first 9 seasons of DeMar DeRozan's career in Toronto, it had become home for him. Last season, the adversity of a trade that sent him to San Antonio.
To the middle, stolen by Mitchell. And now Conley running the floor all by himself. The shot's good on the assist by Ingles. Conley's got his first basket of the night.
What I love about Conley, he always gives this team exactly what it needs. This time, finishing in transition.
Here's Murray. Score it. His third straight basket in 3 tries. And Smitty, a real adjustment for DeRozan, leaving behind the only NBA team he had ever known after so long.
Yeah, he's been instrumental in taking the Raptors franchise to new heights. A lot of emotions. I think he understands he's going to grow from that experience.
Davis on the follow.
Oh, how about the deft touch right there, guys?
He just guided that ball back up and in. Just a fingertip touch on the ball.
From the moment when he sticks his foot in the ground and puts his head down, DeJounte Murray is explosive and fast.
O'Neal misses.
Definitely a situation you want to make sure you don't give him too good of a look.
Yep, that one goes in there.
And this has been a great job of just getting into the middle of that defense and really scoring effectively from the paint.
And a first time out of the game called for Utah.
And he could tell his guys starting to wear down a little bit. Call time to just let them get their legs back under.
And the Jazz with possession here. Conley the pass to Mitchell. And there's the defensive 3-second call. The Jazz shooting their first free throw tonight.
And taking a look at the numbers on the season, they've converted about 77% of those foul shots.
And he shows the focus there, nails the technical.
What I appreciate about Conley, the assist-to-turnover ratio for his career has been outstanding. The defense late to react. A beautiful play we just saw.
Walker dishes to White. Back to Walker. From the arc. Sinks the three-pointer. Walker's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. From the inbound, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line.
Conley causes so many problems for the defense. He's quick, and he has the ability to score from anywhere.
He's gone 1 of 1 in the game so far from the line. And the first one at the line is good. San Antonio making a switch here, and Conley drops them both. Here's Murray. Over Mitchell. And a miss there off the inbound. And that's it for the first half of action. What's been a very close game here. Utah out in front. They lead by...
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back. Utah found themselves in a close game in the first. They saw their lead grow to a high water mark of 5 in the period. And that should...
And if you're just joining us, we've played through the first half in a game that's been fairly even so far. You gotta like what Jordan Clarkson has done in this game.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
Conley runs the point with Mitchell flanking him. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3, the small forward. That's the group starting the second half for Quinn Snyder.
The defensive impact of Jakob Poeltl giving the Spurs a boost. Great timing and instincts as a shot blocker.
And here's Ingles outside. Utah getting another chance here. Controls the rebound and puts it back up and in. And the Jazz lead by 4.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after those rebounds harder. White finds Murray over Conley. Murray, no good. And coming to San Antonio in the Kawhi Leonard trade, the Spurs hoping Poeltl can be a difference maker.
You know what, Kevin? Already their best road threat offensively. He rarely misses with his right hand in close.
And White with the stuff.
Long arms, quick hands, a nose for the basketball. Murray makes a difference on the defensive end.
He dishes it to DeRozan. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. And that's now 6 points for DeMar DeRozan.
Terrific play call to give him a clean look at the rim. That's how you want to start the second half.
Listen, put the ball in the hands of your best scorers and let them go to work. Keep it simple.
Oh, an aggressive move and fantastic finish.
Trying to send a message with that slam, I think. Stolen by Conley. And here's the fast break. Nice ball movement by Utah. And it's Mitchell missing.
He really can't buy a bucket, but his teammates have his back.
Poeltl, the pass to White. And now Utah, fast break. Here's Gobert. Rebound, San Antonio. They'll host the Denver Nuggets after this one. They'll start a 3-game homestand with that game. And it's DeRozan missing.
The game has been very close in a lot of areas, but rebounding has been the one differentiator thus far.
Clarkson, he's checked in for Utah. Mudiay comes in for Michael Conley. San Antonio also making some changes. Bellinelli, he's checked in for Walker. Bryn Forbes comes in for Derek White. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray.
The Spurs with the league's longest active playoff streak, 22 years and running, not to mention 5 titles in that span. No wonder the Spurs are viewed as the league's model franchise. You just love how reliable he is night in and night out. His offense is there.
Wasted no time on that one. DeRozan's got 8 points.
What vision from Poeltl, getting the pass over to the wide open man.
Mitchell in the corner. 1:52 left in the third quarter. And he uses the glass on the layup. Mitchell's got his second bucket of the night. Well, Steve, the Spurs are so well run. If they played in a top 5 market, they might be the most popular team in the NBA by now.
You know what, Kevin? They probably would, but this is the way this organization likes it. They like to be quiet and under the radar. They like to sustain success, and they like to build a great culture. At the same time, the small market is really a part of their culture.
And the Jazz with some changes. Ed Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. And it's George Niang in for Mitchell. Then for the Spurs, Tyler Zeller comes in for Jakob Poeltl. And Rudy Gay is subbed in for DeMar DeRozan.
High percentage look for him. But bottom line, they're not all going to go down.
And Mills kicks to Bellinelli. Hits it from 3-point range. Bellinelli's got himself on the board with 3 there.
Perfect vision. Mills getting quicker these days at spotting the open man.
Here's Mudiay with the putback. Davis on the follow. And here's Gay. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. It's a 1-point game. Now here's Mills, defended by Mudiay. And there's the whistle, 3-second violation. And now that we have a moment, let's see the best free throw shooting teams in the NBA. The Spurs second.
you know, it's really a team-wide talent. You want to foul to stop layups, but against them, you're not saving much. They'll make you pay time and again.
Here's Gobert and blocked. That one goes careening off the glass. Over Moutier. He hits the back iron and sinks the shot. Mills has got 12.
Aggressive with the dribble. Patty puts the D on his heels. Then with the stop and pop.
Here's Clarkson. Got a piece of it, and they get it back. Davis finds Moutier. From deep. Rebound San Antonio.
He's kind of lost his way this period, having a hard time getting anything to go down.
Now here's Mills.
And one of the game's best free throw shooters. It's a shame that Patty almost never gets to the line.
The Spurs have been excellent at the free throw line here today. A flawless 6 for 6. Second free throw, no good. Here's Clarkson. Great pass to set up the lay-in. Clarkson's got it all tied up now for the Jazz.
Playing with high energy, outworking the defense up the floor.
And I just love it when the fast break results in a high percentage look. Not always.
And so after 3 quarters of play and some great offensive output, this one is tied. Live from Vivint Smart Home Arena, you're watching 2K Sports. And let's take this opportunity now to show you our State Farm assist of the game.
Yeah, an easy choice tonight. Look at the precision on this pass. Put it on a platter for him.
This is why you preach teamwork. Some of the most spectacular plays are the ones where guys are feeding off one another.
And with 3 quarters behind us, we start the 4th quarter in what is still anybody's ball game. On the floor for San Antonio, they've got DeJounte Murray. Jakob Poeltl up there with Rudy Gay, and it's Forbes in a shooting guard. Here's Niang. He's covered by Gay. And DeJounte Murray gets the whistle that time. That will get him his 4th foul of the game.
And that 4th foul, guys, might force him to scale back the aggression from a defensive standpoint. He does not need, nor does the team need, number 5.
White is checked in for San Antonio. To the wing right side. From outside the arc. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by White.
Careless turnover. You lose focus for even a moment in this league. That's the result.
Utah shooting 47%. Pretty solid. And Murray. Here we go. And good that time. Murray's got 4 points this quarter.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Clarkson against White. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. And it seems like Jordan Clarkson may have found his niche, Greg, as instant offense coming off the bench.
A perfect fit for a scoring-minded combo guard. Clarkson able to create his own shot and comfortable pulling from all 3 levels.
And the Jazz with some changes. Joe Ingles comes in for George Niang. And Emmanuel Moutier subbed in for Mike Conley. Walker in the post, guarded by O'Neal. Clarkson against White. Yep, that one goes. And the Spurs lead by 3. White's gone 4 for 5 from the floor tonight. Just 1 miss. Now the pass to Clarkson. And stolen by Gay. And that one is good.
Over the years, Rudy Gay has added a lot of bulk to his frame. You see it right there off contact.
Here's Ingles. Rebounded by the Spurs. Murray's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Walker with it. Now defended by Moutier. The second effort. Another shot. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Jazz will take it.
Yeah, just not on the same page. Unfortunate, wasted possession.
DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for San Antonio. Here's Gobert. Here's O'Neal. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good.
Good find, and one of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
Out to DeRozan. to Walker. The three. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assist. DeRozan's got his 4th assist in this one. Here's O'Neal. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got 6 rebounds now in the game. Goes up the baseline. Another one falls for San Antonio.
We know he can score the basketball, especially in the mid-range area.
Moutier. The rebound by the Spurs. Pirtle's got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. White dishes to Pirtle. The kick out to Walker. Fires the 3. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
You know, Steve, so much goes into being an effective bench player. What do you like to see in a team's 6th man?
What I love, Kevin, is a guy that can come off as a 6th man is he doesn't. When you get your tickets to see him play, that is what you are paying for. Incredible dunk from DeRozan.
Down low. Lays it up off the glass. And the Spurs lead by 15.
Well, credit them for maintaining that aggression, even being up this much.
They don't want to leave no chance for a comeback. Just focus on playing the right way.
And guys, what we saw here tonight is one side having everything going for them. Huge margin of victory for the Spurs.
This was a very efficient offense tonight.
And they found a way to get their shots to go down. A little luck didn't hurt. A lot of their 50-50 shots fell their way.
And now on the year, this will take them to 28 wins. And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for DeMar DeRozan.
What was impressive to me, it felt like he made an impact in so many areas. Some of the effort won't show up in the stat sheet, but I noticed it.
And here is Ingles. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back.
That's cold-blooded. Ingles not allowing the 3 on the other end to go unanswered.
Outside DeRozan, trying his luck from deep. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
It's called killer instinct. It's one thing to be close at the end. It's another to finish.
The tenacity on the interior, just battling, bringing that effort and will for second chance points.
Over in the corner, White. Walker the pass to DeRozan. Over Gobert. Here's Pirtle. And the Spurs scoring again.
They just blocked out the noise, kept on grinding, and this is their reward.
And guess what? It's going to be a fun flight home. Total team effort. Big win on the road.
Clarkson on the wing. Shoots over White. And it's off the back rim. No good. And so it's San Antonio easily taking this one. This crowd was stunned by the manner in which their team was dismantled.
You know what? Shocking. I don't...
All right, David, thank you. Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. For Steve Smith, Greg Anthony, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan. Thank you.
upper and lower body fluid, and goaltender. Unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluid, and goaltending.
Man, this year was so much fun, but it definitely came with some challenges. Thank goodness for 2K.
That's right. In fact, it's been an honor for us to share our time and our episodes with you, the fans, the community. And the big news is NBA 2K TV is returning for Season 7.
Yes, we're coming your way on September 4th. All new episodes of NBA 2K TV and NBA 2K21, where everything is game. We're going to have interviews, community, game tips.
The dome. It is indeed, D.A. Thank you. And here's a look at some numbers for DeRozan.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. We've got DeRozan. Derek White is out there with DeJounte Murray. Then there's Jakob Poeltl, and it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. And for Sacramento, Fox and Bogdanovic pair up at the 1 and the 2. Harrison Barnes is out there with Bielitsa, and it's Holmes in at the 5 spot.
The 7th overall pick in 2012 out of North Carolina. Harrison Barnes won a title in Golden State. Signs the big contract with Dallas, but yet to achieve the stardom that many predicted back in high school.
Now, here's Walker. He's averaging around 5.5 points a game. And stolen by Bielitsa. It's deflected. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Poeltl. We're about 1 minute into the first. DeRozan against Fox. Nobody near Barnes. And out of bounds as the Spurs gain possession. And it's DeRozan with the ball for San Antonio. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Yeah, in that one, they just locked it down defensively, challenged shots, and really protected the rim.
Well, I tell you what, I think you got to really appreciate the grit. Getting dirty, staying engaged. That's really what defense is all about.
Greg, you look at Harrison Barnes. What's his best role?
I mean, Kevin, he's a hard worker, able to hit the spot-up 3. Defensively, his strength gives him some versatility, just a solid contributor. Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
He's perfect from the line this time. Aren't some of those lottery-bound teams now giving more minutes to their younger players, developing them, looking into the future, which means more veterans, unfortunately, will have to sit and watch.
And, you know, I always say this, and it's much easier said than done, but you're a professional, whether you're in the rotation, a young player or an old player, you have to approach it in a professional manner. And that means accepting the good with the bad, the sweet with the bitter, and that takes a maturity level. And, you know, when the trade deadline is behind you, you only can control what you can control, and that's what veterans should be about.
And hopefully the coach communicates the ideas behind the move, too.
I like that, but there's no obligation to do so.
Right. Fox, and it's Fox with the jam.
Yeah, I love how Fox uses that wiry frame of his. He's eel-like in his ability to get to spots he wants to get to. He's always under control despite playing at a high rate of speed.
Bielitsa with the bucket. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle stats for Sacramento.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight, and that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
Here's DeRozan after the Kings pick up 2. Pass to Poeltl. Just 5 on the clock. Over Bielitsa, and Poeltl gets it to go on the assist from DeRozan. Poeltl's got his second basket of the night. Fox kicks to Bogdanovic. Sacramento moving it around. Bielitsa with the bucket.
And they're passing the ball very crisply here.
Right side, White. Fouled on the shot and picks up 2 points. So 1 free throw coming up.
And giving up some inches inside, but makes up for it with an aggressive style.
Yeah, you know, with that size difference, that's not an easy shot. I mean, I don't care how close to the rim he is, that's a tough shot.
And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. So San Antonio going with an almost entirely new group here. Zeller, he's checked in for Poeltl. Gay comes in for DeMar DeRozan. Bryn Forbes, he's checked in for Walker. And it's Mills in for DeJounte Murray. Here's Forbes. Good for the basket. Starting off 1 for 1 with that shot. And so it's Joseph with it. He'll bring it up for the Sacramento Kings.
You know, the Spurs are never afraid to play to the tune of their own drum. I mean, just as the rest of the league embraces threes and layups, the Spurs going against that grain, leading the league in mid-range shots and post-ups.
Count it. Forbes has got his second basket of the game.
Nice to see him playing at a high rate of speed there, getting up and down the floor quickly. Early offense for Forbes.
Bazemore on the wing. Trying to get open is Len. Sacramento again missing. Here's Forbes. And oh boy, a lot of contact there, but he gets the call and will shoot two. And a moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Fox.
And one thing that has been very consistent for him the last few years, his ability to continue to deliver more and more offense. He's been doing everything that's been asked of him.
How about this for Bryn Forbes? Undrafted, he's come a long way. Quietly, he's one of the best three-point shooters in the game.
Bellinelli, he's checked in for the Spurs. Now here's Bazemore. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Hands it from downtown.
And that is what Hield does. This guy is a gunner. Loves pulling the trigger from deep.
Zeller passes to Forbes. And the layup's good off the glass. Forbes has got 8 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Yeah, I think they've got to ramp up the aggressiveness, Greg. I mean, if they don't, things are just going to get worse from here.
Len's shot is off. Inside. And that one's good by Gay.
Boy, nice job that time, guys, from Forbes, spotting the wide open man and dropping the dime.
Three-pointer Hield. And another three for Sacramento.
Punch, counter punch. Impressive offensive production early on.
Hey, guys, this is going to be fun now. I mean, we've got ourselves a shootout on tap here.
It's all tied in Sacramento. And back in a moment as we'll get underway with quarter number 2. And close game underway so far. We'll see if either of these teams can jump out in the second quarter. And let's quickly break down the game we've been watching for the Kings, guys.
Coming in hot. They were sharp from the perimeter right out of the gate.
Well, the player and ball movement has been excellent. Finding space, operating in space, and when they've gotten open shots, they've knocked them down.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. On the floor for Sacramento, Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Jabari Parker is out there with Kent Bazemore, and it's Giles in at center. Zeller inside. Mills in the corner. Fires from deep, and the three ball is good. Mills has got his first 3 points of the game.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Yeah, these teams trading punches right now. I mean, it's table tennis. Back and forth we go.
Hield can't hit.
Well, you've got to be there defensively. I mean, that's an easy mid-range jumper that he'll typically drain.
And Forbes kicks to Mills. And a miss there on the triple. Sacramento's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. The 55th pick back in 2009. Those picks don't hit very often, but Greg Patty Mills now with a decade in the NBA.
6'0" and that may be generous. The Australian Mills, a dangerous pull-up shooter, and he does not back down.
Mills with the steal. Here is Forbes, covered by Hield. Bellinelli gets the bucket.
And it just seems that every pass they make is leading to a score. Just great ball movement.
Joseph, the pass to Giles. Parker kicks it to Bazemore. Sacramento moving it around. It's good.
Yeah, Joseph adept at finding his open teammates, and that's exactly what you want from your point guard.
To the right side. Now here's Mills. He's covered by Joseph. Here's Gay. Score the basket, his second of 2 attempts. The Kings trail by 6. And it's Hield off the drive.
Gay using his reach and bounce to perfection to block the shot.
Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Back to Bellinelli. And there's a whistle. That goes on Harry Giles. That is his first foul of the game. And it's a completely new group on the floor for the Kings. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for San Antonio. DeRozan comes in for Bryn Forbes. Poked away and stolen by Bjelica. Fox goes in. No good. Shot missing. And San Antonio will go the other way with it.
Solid rebound there. And with the score like it is, that's an area where they can't afford to get lazy.
Yeah, another column in the stat sheet that hasn't gone in their favor. To climb back, they've got to put forth more effort.
And here's Bogdanovic for three. Knocks down the three ball. Bogdanovic has got his second bucket tonight. Mark, you and I are sitting here watching this game, broadcasting the game. There are a lot of times that the fans can't see how emotionally charged up you are over some of the things you see on the floor, good and bad.
Hey, I love great basketball. Excellent passing, tremendous hustle, creativity on your moves. One of the things that really excites me, though, is to see the ball pop and end up in a three-point shooter's hands, and he's able to knock one down because the crowd is able to follow that ball, and the anticipation just kind of rises as it gets to the designated shooter. I love guys going after rebounds on the offensive glass.
That's a great example about that three-point shot, though, Clark. I love that. It's terrific.
Yeah, they're going to have a nice little run here.
To the inside, Parker, and the dunk by Parker.
Oh, I like the craftiness of Parker at finding ways to get into the lane, always looking to punch it down.
Right side to Walker. Pass to Murray. Walker looking for an opening. Shot clock at 6. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. From deep, Gay. The rebound by Hield. The Kings trail by 5. 6 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Fox dishes to Hield. Murray with the defensive effort.
And gotta like what they've been doing down low in the post.
I certainly do. You know, I like to see guys do their work inside. Their rebounding has been excellent, and that's always important in a close game.
Parker outside. Walker with some nice D.
Those are chances almost always you can rely on him to get you 2 points, but the D just enough to keep him on.
And so it's San Antonio holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, welcome back to a pretty close game for the Spurs throughout the first quarter. During one stretch, they trailed by 10. And that's a wrap.
And if you're just joining us in this one, first half is in the books. 1 half to go. Spurs leading by 8. On the court right now for the Spurs. DeRozan out there with Jakob Poeltl. Then there's DeJounte Murray. Then it's White, and it's Walker in at the small forward. The pass to Poeltl. Lets the three fly. It's hauled in by the Kings. Their next game playing at home as the Nets come into town. And that'll be the 4th of this 5-game homestand.
And Fox has a lot of game. I mean, really good at distributing the ball, getting into the lane, and getting his guys involved.
The Kings have had 2 chances at the line already, making them both. Fox hits them both. San Antonio's gone 3 of 7 tonight from three-point territory. Murray against Fox. The kick out to Walker. Outside, White. He feeds it to DeRozan. There's Walker with the 3. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. Walker's got the lead up to 9 now for San Antonio. And growing up about 15 miles south of the Staples Center, DeMar DeRozan idolized Kobe Bryant, Clark, and patterned his game after him.
And you can see evidence of Kobe's game in DeMarcus's game. You think about the footwork, the ability to post up, the moves and counter moves, the balance and strength. I think he owes a lot of that to the Mamba.
Bogdanovic, no luck.
It's a +5 advantage for them in rebounding after that one.
White with it. Guarded now by Barnes. And White kicks to Murray. Dishes to Pirtle. Over Fox. Pirtle's shot is off. The Kings trail by 11. And it's Bogdanovich off the drive. And there's Fox. That's good on the assist from Bogdanovich. And that's now 6 points for De'Aaron Fox. Nice ball movement by San Antonio. White, good.
Assists like that have typified their effort today. Terrific ball movement.
Really a prime example of the difference in how these teams have operated offensively. Much more individual play at the other end. Boy, defense non-existent there, but they catch a break as he whiffs it.
And he just dangles from the bucket after sending that one through.
And you can see which team has the swagger right now.
Well, you know what? You don't want to do too much to get an opponent riled up. You got to be mindful of that.
It's Bjelica. No good on the triple.
Ooh, and this is turning into a slow start here in the second half. Seems like they left that offense in the locker room.
Back to White. Walker against Bogdanovich. Pirtle kicks to Walker. Pass to White. DeRozan with it. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation.
All right, a moment here to check out stats for Barnes. Since the All-Star break, he's been putting in work, averaging about 16 points, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And you talk about guys who just have a nose for putting up points. He is one of them.
Yeah, he sure is, and he rarely has back-to-back bad games. If he has an off night, he usually follows that up with a big night.
Yeah, clearly a defensive lapse there. He is automatic from deep if you're going to leave him that wide open. Big-time mistake.
DeRozan surveying the D. And the wide open shot from Bellinelli. Good. And it's DeRozan picking up the assists. DeRozan's got assist number 5 here tonight. Fox passes to Bjelica. Puts up a 3. That one's good. The San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 10 on the basket from Fox.
Man, I tell you what, when Fox is making threes, he's hard to guard. That's a part of his game he's got to continue to work on.
San Antonio again turning it over. And here's a look at what's coming up for the Kings. On Sunday, they'll be matching up against Kevin Durant and the Brooklyn Nets. Then on Tuesday, they'll go up against Kristaps Porzingis and the Dallas Mavericks.
And for their matchup with the Magic, there aren't many other meetings that are as evenly matched as this one. Both teams can give and take punches, and this one, I think, is going to come down to the wire.
Heel dishes to Fox. Goes up to the stripe, and the Kings check on 2 more.
Yeah, I like it. I like it. Fox continues to get better from the mid-range just the way he wants to.
Gay kicks to DeRozan. And Forbes has it in the corner. Back to DeRozan. Gay left side. Mills in the corner. 3-pointer. The shot will not fall. And the Kings going the other way now. Hield finds Fox. Parker left side. Mills with the steal. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. And that one, good. And that's 11 points for DeMar DeRozan.
They've been going to him an awful lot this game, and you can see why. He's pouring it on.
Bjelica misses. Spurs leading by 10. And DeRozan with the basket on the assist by Pirtle. And that's 13 points for DeMar DeRozan. Pass to Len. Here's Parker. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2. And it looks like, yep, it's a coach's challenge on the personal foul. That triggers a replay review by the officials.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make,
Personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And so it's the San Antonio Spurs enjoying a 12-point lead as they talk things over during the break. They've had such great ball movement and shot selection, and it's led to a terrific field goal percentage. Back to the action after this word. And let's take now this moment to bring up our State Farm assist of the game.
And definitely deserving of the prize tonight. How about the read he made here? Looking like a point guard, putting the pass right on the money.
Terrific versatility coming from a big man. Not something that the majority of big guys possess.
And with the fourth quarter upon us, time is running out for this game to become competitive. That's at the point with Hield to his side. They're the backcourt. Alex Len out there with Giles, and it's Barnes in at the small forward position. So that's the 5 in the game for Sacramento.
Yeah, the D has not been able to keep the ball out of the paint at that end of the floor.
And the shot goes down. Clark, what would your dream backcourt look like? If you were going to design one, what would it look like?
Well, they'd have good size and athleticism, somewhere in that 6'3" to 6'6" range, and the ability to make plays for themselves and others, and also be very solid at the defensive end. You know, you think about some guys that would fit that bill. I look at a guy like Malcolm Brogdon, who really gives it to you in multiple ways as a backcourt player. And I like the scoring of Damian Lillard.
Agreed.
A power flush with a long hang on the rim at the end of that.
That could be a catalyst for him. It really could.
We've seen those kinds of plays get them going in the past.
Fox with the steal. Here's Giles, and denied. He sends it right off the glass. Kings moving the ball around. Here's Fox. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Mark, the max contract didn't exist when you were playing. Is it something that should be up for debate?
Well, it's a function of the economics of the league now, and in theory, there's some reasons why you have max contracts, because a guy has earned that opportunity, a way to keep a star player or a max contract player with the same team, I think is part of the reasoning behind it. I mean, debating it and talking about it is probably something that makes some sense. If you're thinking about getting rid of it, I'm not so sure.
Bogdanovich passes to Fox. Off target from three-point range.
Just a solid performance on the interior. The rebounding has been off the charts.
Yeah, you look across the board, it's actually sizing up, shaping up to be a great game. I mean, strong performances throughout, and they've really been strong on the glass.
The Kings trail by 11. Here's Bogdanovich. Good, and a nice assist from Fox. Fox has got 3 assists now in this one.
Boy, excellent recognition from Fox there, Kevin. Outstanding at recognizing when his guys are open.
Here's White. Off with the layup. Sacramento's gone 6 of 14 with the 3 ball tonight. Just a little over 40%. Stolen by Gay. White drives in. It's good. And the Spurs lead by 11. And guys, let's get your take on the hustle steps for San Antonio.
Boy, their hounding, harassing effort at the defensive end, very impressive. And they forced quite a few turnovers as a result.
And also, I've been extremely impressed with their interior D. Their rim protection has been as good as it gets.
Just 5 to shoot. Barnes passes to Fox. And Pirtle pulls it down. Pirtle's got rebound number 9 now. What an effort here tonight. Walker with a clean look. No good from outside. The Kings have gone 3 of 7 from the 4 in the 4th. That's a 42% mark in the quarter. Bogdanovich wide open. Sinks the triple.
I tell you what, it's almost like stealing to watch how he plays the game from this seat.
Murray kicks to Gay. Back to Murray. Now the feed to Gay. And stolen by Bielitsa. Barnes finds Holmes. Now here's Bogdanovich. Outside, Fox. Banked in off the glass.
And he's got it going now. And when he's in this kind of a zone, boy, he's fun to watch.
Fox against Murray. Pirtle dishes to Walker. Up and in on the layup.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
They're in good position here to ride it out.
Certainly. If they just play smart, this game's over.
Back to Gay. There's a 4-second difference from the shot clock to the game clock. Rebounded by Holmes.
And the activity he shows around the rim is why he is such a respected defender.
And you know what? He's not going to give up an easy finish at the rim. I mean, that's just against his constitution.
Oh, big time put back there. What a great motor on this guy.
There is no one who goes after. All right, David, great job. Thanks so much. And that about wraps it up.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting.
Central Florida.
It's the 2K Sports pregame show.
Welcome, everyone, to NBA basketball. And now a chance to take a look at some numbers for DeRozan.
And he's gone dry over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
A look at the San Antonio Spurs opening lineup. DeJounte Murray is out there with Derek White. Then it's DeRozan. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. And it's Walker in at the small forward. And for the Magic, Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. Gordon and Bamba, the combo inside. And it's Ennis in at the small forward. Now here's Walker. White, wide open. He fires. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
When he's hitting that shot, this offense becomes scary, even more difficult to defend.
And what happens is the court just opens up. You like seeing him get into a rhythm from outside the arc. Love it.
Augustine, no luck. Walker goes in. Count it, good. A lot of opinions, Doris, on who may be named the coach of the year. When you look at the criteria for you when you're voting, what do you look at?
Well, obviously, you think about who has the best record. That's the first thing you look at. And what has contributed to that best record. But it isn't only about that, right? You have to consider, number one, what's the roster challenges that head coach may have had to overcome? Did he have to deal with any mid-season trades? There are so many things that go into making up a great year as a basketball coach in the NBA. So many things.
They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
And Augustine kicks to Fournier. The Magic again can't hit. Spurs have gone 2 of 3 here to start out the game. Walker goes in. And DeRozan at the basket on the assist by Walker.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
And I think defensively, that is not the way you want to start. Giving up high percentage looks, that doesn't typically end well.
Here's Fournier following the score by DeMar DeRozan.
Yet another miss, just 1 for 5, not exactly an ideal start.
Bamba with the block.
I'll tell you, the kind of lockdown defender Mo Bamba can be. Send it back, young man.
2 points, that one goes.
And can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
For 3, Murray. And again, it's San Antonio with a 3.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Fournier dishes to Bamba. Drops in the layup for 2. Bamba's got his second bucket.
Well, what a job by Mo Bamba to get to his area. Get on the interior, pick your spots. Mo Bamba does just that.
Murray, the pass to Pirtle. It's stolen by Ennis. Stolen by Walker. In transition, here come the Spurs. Pirtle's shot is off.
Well, this is the kind of shot we've come to expect him to make. He's got to be upset with that one.
And so Orlando, again, turning it over. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. And the Magic making a change here. Ross is checked in. Rudy Gay's checked in for the Spurs. Bryn Forbes comes in for Derek White. Murray kicks to Gay.
Right there.
Ross against DeRozan. Here's Pirtle. Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Out to DeRozan. He tries for 3. Good on the triple. DeRozan's got his second bucket of the night.
Boy, firing the jumper as soon as he receives the pass. DeRozan doesn't give the defender any time to react.
The shot's there for him, and he's got to take it. I don't care if he doesn't convert. That's a shot he has to continue to take.
Chalk up 2 there.
And they've done the job on the offensive glass.
The Magic trail by 9.
And making his return from the ACL tear, DeJounte Murray, long, athletic, and young. He still has a very bright future.
Forbes. 1 up, 1 down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Augustine finds Ross. Back to Augustine. Up top, Bamba. Ross with a wide open look. It's good from long range.
Terrence Ross in his comfort zone from distance. This guy has always had the eye of a sharpshooter.
Here is Forbes. He's guarded by Fournier.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block.
Bamba passes to Fournier. About 7 seconds separating the shot and game clocks. Orlando moving the ball around. Bamba kicks to Ross. Shot clock at 5. Second shot opportunity. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
Boy, guys, when you think about Mo Bamba setting the record at the NBA Draft Combine, a 7'10", eye-popping wingspan, and amongst his draft class, he had the longest standing reach. So we are talking about a big-time, long athlete here.
It's stolen by Vucevic. And that concludes the first quarter of play. Spurs out in front, up 9. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. Welcome back, everyone, to the second quarter of play here on Noche Latina. Vámonos. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Well, one way to generate more offense, pound the offensive glass. That was the difference in the first.
I love the determination. They want to go after every rebound out there and overwhelming to the opposition right now.
On the court for San Antonio here in the second. They've got Tyler Zeller. Rudy Gay is out there with Bellinelli. And it's Mills. And it's Forbes in at the shooting guard position. Timeout. And it'll be Orlando with their first time out of the game right here. Doris, who are some of your favorite players to interact with, interview, and question as you go through the season?
Yeah, I mean, there's so many guys. I think, you know, certain people really give a lot of thought to their answers. So a Kyrie Irving, he wants to explain what he's thinking. He's willing to share and take a moment and consider the question. Kevin Durant, Steph Curry, Damian Lillard, all of these guys, when I ask a question, Kev, they'll pause for a moment, consider the question, and then respond. And for somebody who's got to interview, there's nothing greater than having those guys willing to take some time with me.
Well, Doris, and you always get great answers from them, too. So there's a great rapport there, I can see.
Oh, Kevin, get a load of that one. Take that play and put it in the alley-oop textbook, boys.
Perfectly done. You're right. He put it on a platter for him.
Well, put all that size to good use. Rip it off the backboard.
Ross finds Vucevic. And Patrick Mills gets that whistle that time. That's his first foul. The Spurs making a switch here. White's checked in for 3. Ross rebounds San Antonio. Last time they met was in San Antonio.
Yeah, a really close game between these two in that last matchup. It took a total team effort for them to get the win.
Yeah, I don't think they win without the productivity they got from their bench. That made the difference.
Now here's Zeller. Vucevic with the rebound. It's tipped. Ross passes to Birch. Fultz kicks to Carter Williams. Once again off the mark, Orlando.
And if he thinks that's within his range, then you know what? He's got a low basketball IQ.
I'm a little surprised he would even attempt that shot. Much better to swing the ball to somebody else.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by White.
And taking a look at some numbers from Markelle Fultz, breaking down his play since the All-Star break, averaging 13 points per game, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
It's good on the putback.
How about those instincts from the 7-footer? Vucevic uses that size to snag offensive rebounds.
To the paint, here's White. Makes it off the glass. White's got 5 points so far.
Pretty dime there, the kind of ball movement coaches love to see.
Vucevic the pass to Birch. Ennis taking his time here over Bellinelli, and he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
The Magic shooting their 3rd and 4th free throw attempts of the game. Free throw drops for Ennis for the Magic. Aaron Gordon is checking in for Ken Birch. And Fournier subbed in for Carter Williams. Then for the Spurs, DeMar DeRozan. He's checked in for Bellinelli. And Walker subbed in for Derek White. Zeller dishes to DeRozan. Off target from outside. The Magic trail by 7. Ennis passes to Vucevic. Score it. His 3rd straight basket in 3 tries.
Well, you like that he shakes off that rocky first period and knocks down a shot. Nice.
Here's DeRozan. From outside, off the mark.
Boy, he hasn't found the range yet here in the 2nd period. Only 1 triple for him tonight.
It's common to see wing players improve their perimeter shooting in the league, but DeMar DeRozan's most striking growth has been his ball handling and playmaking. He's been dynamic with the ball in his hands.
And let's catch up with our sideline reporter, David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, over the last few years, there's been a lot of talk about seeding playoff teams 1 through 16, regardless of conference. Now, taking the top 16 teams is a tough sell, especially for owners whose teams are in the relatively weaker Eastern Conference. Taking 8 teams from each conference and then cross-seeding earlier than the finals is something that does seem possible down the road. The reward for fans might be a finals matchup with the 2 best teams in the league. Kevin?
Interesting ideas, David. Thank you. And it's Gordon missing. And so it's DeRozan. He'll bring it up for the Spurs. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good now.
Well, give them some credit for taking advantage of a weak defense and capitalizing on every mistake.
And, guys, they continue to put a lot of pressure on the interior defenders with their work down low.
And they take the lead. And the Magic lead by 1.
Well, this has to contribute to Markelle Fultz's confidence, showing right there he can get through the defense.
And it's Zeller atop the key. 19 seconds left in the first half. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. It's going to be on Aaron Gordon. The Spurs shooting their first shots of the night from the charity stripe.
And they've shot the ball well this season in terms of their attempts, 81%.
Orlando's gone 0-3 from beyond the arc to start the second quarter. Three-pointer Augustine drains the three-pointer. Augustine's got the lead up to 3 now for Orlando.
How about the range from DJ Augustine? Bring it from another zip code.
Ross kicks to Gordon. Back to Ross. The tray. No good on the last second attempt there. And a close game so far through the first 2 quarters as we... Thanks for the great interview, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of basketball following.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to... For Orlando, it was a challenging first quarter. A big part of the problem was their defense. And...
And after a fairly even first couple of quarters, the second half could turn out to be a great one as both teams try to gain an edge. Nice game. Great performance by Evan Fournier.
What a menace he was on defense through the first 2 quarters. Just disrupting everything.
Well, it was about effort and anticipation. Hard to get into an offensive rhythm when you know this guy is lurking.
Gordon and Bamba, the combo inside. Augustine and Fournier are the backcourt tandem. And it's Ennis in at the 3 slot. So that's the lineup on the floor for the Magic. Here's Murray following the score by Mohamed Bamba. Murray dishes to DeRozan. Down low. That one's good, and the Magic lead is cut to just 1 point on the basket from Poeltl.
And that's a case where DeMar DeRozan's teammates benefiting from him being a willing distributor. This is a very team-first guy.
Now, here's Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
And I've been impressed with the unselfishness, but also getting guys the ball where they can do something with it.
And he has shown a terrific feel for how the defense is playing him and then taking advantage of that.
DeRozan's shot is off. Magic leading by 3. Fournier for 3. At the tip. Great positioning on the putback. 11 points for Mohamed Bamba.
Boy, that's 3 for 4 this half. You like that they're starting with a little bit of extra energy. Nice.
Walker the pass to Poeltl. Back to Walker. 6 to shoot. Pass to DeRozan. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker. Walker's got 3 assists now in this one. Now Augustine. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game. And the basket by Gordon. We hear this a lot, Doris. The great offense always beats great defense. Think that's true?
I do, Kevin. I think obviously a defender is usually in reactionary mode. It's the rare defender who is dictating to the offensive player what they want to happen. So imagine trying to impact LeBron James as he's playing in the open floor with a head of steam. Like, good luck with that.
Yeah. For the Magic, Khem Birch comes in for Aaron Gordon, and Michael Carter-Williams subbed in for Ennis. And San Antonio also making a switch. Bellinelli's checked in. Now here is Augustine. And the dunk by Bamba.
We know one of the best attributes of Mo Bamba is his extraordinary length. Boy, it is a handful for defenders to deal with.
Here's Murray. He's a good contributor to his team, averaging about 10.5 points a game, and they pick up 2.
A little artistry in the painted area, converting against the size.
Some guys just relish the challenge. Find a way, and he does. So the term unicorn has arisen for shot blockers who can also space the floor. Mo Bamba on that list, guys.
And coming in, Mo Bamba comparing his game to that of Joel Embiid's. Doris, you see that?
Well, I've heard others mention Rudy Gobert with a three-point shot, and that might be a closer comparison. We're going to have to watch and see what Mo Bamba hangs his hat on both the offensive and defensive end. Comparison's a bit early at this point.
Now, here's Fultz. He averages more than 12 points a game. That's some dependable production.
Well, Markelle Fultz continues to develop his floor awareness. Passes like that will create all kinds of chemistry.
Here's Gay. They trail by 9 points. There's the pass to Purdy. The Spurs need to get a shot off here. Mills can't hit. And it's the Magic's ball. They're on a 14-6 run. And the turnover again by Orlando. All right, we've got a bit of a break now, so here's a look at the league's best defenses. Fourth, the Magic.
This is a team that takes pride on the defensive side of the floor. I mean, they play hard and they play together. They are a tough group to score on.
Vucevic checked in for the Magic. Aaron Gordon comes in for Carter-Williams. Mills looking it over. Hurdle finds Bellinelli. Here is Forbes. Over to the wing. The three from Mills. Buries the long-range jumper.
You simply must play better defense than that. This guy is too good from distance.
Here's Birch. Oh, and that one, no question, powered it down.
Oh, inflicting some punishment with the two-hand flush.
They're going for the throat. DJ Augustine's checked in for Orlando. Here's Mills. He provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Gay inside, defended by Gordon. Gay, that's good.
And so far are going for more of an inside presence here in the second half, getting away from the three-point shot.
Through the three-point line, it's Augustine, rebounded by the Spurs.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Gay misses. Magic leading by 7. Passes it to Ross. The 19-foot shot. A putback. Gordon kicks to Ross. Pass to Birch. And finally they hit one. Birch has got 7 points.
Yeah, great anticipation of where the open man was going to be. And Terrence Ross finds him immediately. That's really pretty.
The points coming in bunches as we wrap up the third quarter. It's been a good one. Magic lead by 9. 2K Sports, back in a moment from the Amway Center. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And I'm glad this was the pick because I love this pass. Such a great dish. That's what I call court vision.
Well, making the game easy for your teammates, Greg. All about putting them in a position to score. That's pretty.
Fourth quarter of action is upon us. Thanks, as always, for joining us. On the floor for San Antonio, we've got Rudy Gay, who's out there with Jakob Poeltl, and it's Mills in at the point guard position.
The assist totals, Kevin, just continue to grow. They're way ahead in that category. Ball movement has been flawless.
Now here's Walker. Stolen by Bamba. Now here's Fultz to the middle. Here's Gordon. And Poeltl pulls it down. Poeltl's got his fourth rebound with that last one here tonight. It's stolen by Fultz. And now the fast break. Ross with the ball. And he lobs it up toward the rim. One-on-one here. Here's Forbes. Gay. And Gay with the second chance points.
And love seeing Gay get out there in transition. A huge threat to score when he's running the floor.
Here's Bamba, and the dunk by Bamba.
Boy, what else is new? This guy's accuracy this quarter has been phenomenal.
And Walker kicks to Forbes. Looks for Walker. Gets it to him. And the foul called on Terrence Ross. That is his first foul of the game. James Ennis, he'll check in for the Magic. Evan Fournier comes in for Fultz. San Antonio also making some changes. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Gay. Derek White comes in for Bryn Forbes. And Murray subbed in for Patty Mills. And they force the shot clock violation. Great D. And a look now at San Antonio's upcoming schedule. On Friday, they'll be matching up with Nikola Jokic and the Denver Nuggets. And then on Saturday, they'll take on Karl Anthony Towns and the Minnesota Timberwolves.
And for that matchup against the Grizzlies, it's going to be a bit of a measuring stick for them. See just how they stack up with a team that most would feel has the edge.
Now here's Gordon, and the dunk by Bamba.
Boy, don't you love to see Aaron Gordon make these kinds of decisions. This guy is fully capable of recognizing open teammates.
And the ball's tied up, so we'll have a jump ball. Here are the Magic now. Poeltl dishes to Murray. Here's White. Shoots over Fournier. He hangs in there and cashes in on the second chance points.
Well, you can see the long arms of DeMar DeRozan coming into play and helping snag that second chance opportunity.
Pass to Murray. And foul on the shot. And here we go. Coach's challenge happening right now. This one in regards to the personal foul. Seeing if that was the right call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And so the word is in. They've decided that the call stands as it was made on the floor.
And, you know, even if a coach still feels this wasn't the right call, you got to acknowledge the effort being put in to reviewing it. The double checking, and the game continues on.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, let's swing it over to David Aldridge.
Hey, guys, I had the chance to find out what Steve Clifford talked about with his players. He told them, look, we're in a good spot. The one thing I want you guys to do, stay in the moment. Don't look ahead. Stay in the moment and compete. Kevin, we'll see if they can keep focused.
Now, here's Bamba. That's in. Augustine with the assist. Augustine's got 5 assists tonight. Doris, you've accomplished so much in your award-winning career. What was your first experience in broadcasting?
Kevin, my first experience was I left coaching and they put Providence College women's basketball on radio. That was the first ever game I got to call. It was so cool. Tell me yours. What was the very first? Did you study this? How did you get into broadcasting?
I did. Our high school had a radio station, and the first basketball broadcast was underneath the bleachers, looking through popcorn boxes and legs of the people for standing in the bleachers so that I could see the court from the basement.
Amazing.
Because that's where the telephone cables were to plug in our equipment. And I was 16 years old.
Incredible.
Remember it very well.
Incredible.
Bamba passes to Fournier. Inside. And stolen by White. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Doris, what about that dunk?
That was special. My goodness. But DeMar DeRozan says, I've got a little showman in me. My goodness gracious, sets the crowd on fire with that one.
And so it looks like the Magic will retain possession here.
A split second late, but almost came up with the steal there.
Absolutely appreciate the effort, though. He really went after it. So close.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces, as it appears it'll be a nice win here for the Magic.
They never settled for mediocre shots.
And Kevin, they had great penetration this time out.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And they will walk out of here feeling really good about themselves today, guys. A big win over a conference foe they'd split their previous 2 games with.
And we watched one guy all night long, guys, and looking at the stats just confirms what a dominant game he had. What a night tonight it was for Mohamed Bamba.
It was the kind of game for him that all scorers dream of, where the basket seemed as wide as a barrel.
Making every effort to put this game on ice.
Well, just terrific teamwork, GA. Each guy doing his part. You love what you're seeing from them tonight.
Now, here's Bamba. Outside Fournier. Some nice ball movement by the Magic. Ennis with the ball. Working on Walker. On the wing, Gordon. 6 on the shot clock. Augustine, no luck. From deep three-point range, no good. And so it's Orlando winning this one. A confident win and one where they clearly showed the greater effort.
Yeah, I mean, it was a solid performance, particularly here at home. I think they built off that edge of being here and playing with just a little...
improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
The NBA 2K21 demo is out now, and in this episode, we're jumping right in. Plus, we look back at our best 2K TV moments of 2K20. And first looks at what's coming up in my team for 2K21.
Now it's ended down to David Alt. He is doing a great job. Thank you, D.A. And let's check out a breakdown. Looking at some stats for DeRozan.
And he's gone dry. over the past 10 games, guys. His scoring is way down, and he can't seem to fight his way out of the slump. He better get it going tonight, or they'll start losing patience with him.
And checking out Utah's opening lineup, Conley and Mitchell, the talented backcourt pair. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. And it's O'Neal in at the 3, the small forward. And for the Spurs, Pirtle is out there with DeRozan. Then there's Derek White. Then there's DeJounte Murray. And it's Walker in at the 3. Smitty, we know players are getting more nights off around this time of the year. How much did that occur when you were playing in the NBA?
Coaches and organizations really came up to guys when they see they were hurting. You didn't want them to play when they were injured. And then at the end of the season, Kevin, usually you looked and said, ooh, we have the number 6 seed locked up or whatever place locked up. And then that's when you start to get nights off. I don't remember doing it during game 20, game 30, where guys starting to get nights off.
Conley finds Mitchell. And it's White with the rebound. And here's White. He'll bring it up for the San Antonio Spurs. They want to keep it rolling here following the win against Dallas.
And a lot of that was game plan, putting guys in a position to succeed, particularly on the offensive end.
They understood what the defense was trying to take away and game planned a great strategy to take advantage of it.
And so it's San Antonio with it, following the bucket by the Jazz. Here's DeRozan, laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
Wow, inside, in traffic, DeRozan being very aggressive.
Mitchell against Murray, and stolen by Murray. Gobert with the block. Here's the break. Here's Mitchell. And it's White with the rebound.
Out of character for him to miss that shot. Maybe just a little too casual there.
Gobert with the block.
The size and reach of Gobert making him a tremendous defensive anchor, protecting the paint.
Pirtle dishes to Walker. And the bucket is good. 3-point play chance here for him.
And their offense already in a flow. Some stellar shooting to jump out to this lead.
And when you look at Utah, this team, year after year, seems to be more than a sum of its parts.
I like that they always look for guys with big-time character, unselfish, low-drama players, and there's a confidence with this group.
Now here's Conley. He's coming off a 13-point game against Oklahoma City.
And his rebounding was solid in that effort as well. He did a lot of work on the glass. All around, just his effort level was off the chart. Oh, great ball movement there.
And stolen by White. In transition, here comes San Antonio. Up again, controls the rebound and puts it back up and in.
And the defense looks soft early on. They've got to summon up a little more sense of urgency.
Back to Ingles. Nice ball movement by Utah. Mitchell outside. Shot to stop the run. Rebounded by the Spurs.
I don't know how many misses that is in a row, but I know it's ugly.
And you can see their strategy coming in. They want to control the paint.
This is my type of approach. Get some high percentage looks. Then later, you can play inside out.
And again, San Antonio running the court in transition. Walker's shot is off. Jazz trail by 13. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Jakob Poeltl. That is his first foul of the game. A different look now for San Antonio. Gay comes in for Lonnie Walker. And it's Bryn Forbes in for White. Jordan Clarkson, he's checked in for the Jazz. Here's DeRozan. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a three-point play.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Tyler Zeller's checked in for San Antonio. Mills comes in for Murray. The Jazz also changing it up. Davis is checked in for Joe Ingles. George Niang comes in for Royce O'Neal. And Emmanuel Mudiay subbed in for Mike Conley. To the inside, here's Clarkson. The lead pass was put in just the right spot.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Wow, that's a defensive breakdown. Can't do that against good scores.
Offensive rebound. Gobert misses the baby hook.
Meeting right at the rim. He typically converts in those situations.
That was nice.
When you get your tickets to see him play, that is what you are paying for. Incredible dunk from DeRozan.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
And last season, DeMar DeRozan averaging the lowest rate of three-point attempts of his career.
Kevin, the Raptors had wanted him to shoot more triples. The Spurs were content to put the ball in his hands and let others provide the spacing.
And Tyler Zeller's going to pick up the foul. That's his first foul. Utah with the ball. Gobert down low. He's covered by Gay.
And so far, having trouble converting on the inside.
Mills passes to Zeller. Now here's Mills. He's guarded closely. It's DeRozan with the drive. And Davis sends it back. Zeller against Gobert. Niang, that's good.
Good find, and one of Gobert's advantages as a passer, he can see over everyone's head.
Here's DeRozan, and Davis sends it back. The Jazz shooting their first free throws of the game right now.
And their success rate on the season, right around 77%.
No good on the free throw. Bellinelli, he's checked in for the Spurs. He hits the second from the line. Spurs leading by 16. And here's DeRozan. It's stolen by Moutier. Clarkson picks to Moutier. And there's the pass to Niang. Just 3 on the clock, and that one drops. Niang's got 5.
This is what you do when your opponent's trying to take away the 3 and the painted area.
And so it's the San Antonio Spurs with a 14-point lead as we bring the quarter to a close. Their strategy has been clear tonight. Work the ball inside, get shots in the paint, and now they are scoring with ease. We'll get right back.
It's very lucky to have a coach like that. He really takes everything, with heart, and he wants us to be.
Coach Snyder doing a terrific job with his team.
Just a great tactician, and he's clearly got his guys buying in to his message.
And we welcome you back to our special Noche Latina broadcast as the second quarter getting going right now. And, the Spurs have been rolling right along, haven't they?
Throughout that first, they just were aggressive on the defensive end, showing active hands.
And they took advantage of some careless ball handling, some careless passing. You have to be more careful around these guys.
And a moment now to reset the lineups, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up for the second quarter of basketball. And so in the game for the Jazz, they've got Gobert, Moutier out there with Jordan Clarkson. Then there's Davis, and it's Niang in at small forward.
And this is where Mills kills you. Tremendous range.
On the sideline, let's catch up with Hall of Famer David Aldridge.
Well, Kevin, tampering is a touchy subject, but it's a word we're hearing more often. Teams want to retain their star players, but they know that there's always talk during a season. Now, teams can only express interest in a player when he hits free agency. But players can talk amongst each other freely all season. Star players like LeBron James are tied into their front offices. Some people wonder if there's much of a difference between what the player says and what his team is thinking. Kevin?
Good point, David. Thank you. And another fast break for Utah. Jazz running. The putback. It's good on the putbacks. Davis has got it back down to a single-digit deficit for Utah.
Oh, man, just beast mode on the glass there. He was not going to be denied on that play.
It's stolen by Gobert. And foul call. Looks like they had a clear path to the basket. He'll be shooting 2 free throws. And they'll retain possession. For Utah, they have gone 1 for 2 on the night so far from the line.
And you look at all the under-the-radar prospects that have found success with the Spurs. How do they keep hitting on all these players other teams have missed?
They do a great job with their player development. They also do a great job identifying players with great character. They have guys who work extremely hard. They have great coaching, and they teach. But more importantly, what they do, GA, they give you confidence. And that's where I think the Spurs separate from other organizations.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Marco Bellinelli. That is his first foul of the game. Lonnie Walker, he's checked in for Bellinelli. And Utah also making a switch. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for Emmanuel Mudiay. Murray for three. Doesn't go for him. And it's Utah the other way. Last time they met was in Utah.
Yeah, and their last time out against this club, turnovers really did them in. Just way too many mistakes.
A combination of unforced errors and just poor decision making. They need to be much better in that aspect of the game this time around. You want to talk about ugly? This team is losing, partly because he hasn't drained a shot all night.
And San Antonio calls the first timeout of the game. And with the summer's acquisition of Mike Conley, Greg, the Utah Jazz hoping to make a step in the West.
And really, Mike Conley, their best point guard since they traded away Darren Williams back in 2011. Alongside Bogdanovich, a big upgrade offensively, and he can hold his own on the defensive side as well.
And the Spurs making a change here. Forbes checked in.
And now we get a chance to check out Donovan Mitchell. He's definitely been getting it done since the All-Star break, averaging about 23 points per, 4 rebounds, and 3 assists. And he is such a huge part of what this team does on offense.
Yes, night in and night out, he's their go-to option. He accepts that responsibility and thrives at it.
And you know we talk about it all the time, guys. Those second chance buckets, always the result of that extra effort.
Pass to Ingles. That's in there. Conley with the assist.
Finding a man wide open, Mike Conley does an exceptional job of leading this team.
Hurdle finds Gay over Ingles. Bank shot, no good. Jazz trail by 8. The drive by Mitchell, and it's Mitchell with the jam.
What you love about Donovan Mitchell, not only does he explode into his moves, he finishes with authority.
Gay passes to Purtle. An easy 2 points on the layup. Pirtle's got 4 points this quarter.
Trying to attack the heart of that defense with great teamwork.
Conley feeling it out. O'Neal against Walker. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it. And a moment to check out now what Utah has coming up. On Friday, they'll be facing Drew Holiday and the New Orleans Pelicans. Then on Saturday, they'll be taking on Jonas Valanciunas and the Memphis Grizzlies.
And for the matchup with the Lakers, they can't come out playing timid. Just because they're facing the top team in the West, you've got to play your game, minimize mistakes, and if they do that, they got a chance at the W.
Cutting his teeth in the Spurs system, Forbes has improved at keeping his eyes up and finding the open man.
Here's Conley. Shooting foul as the whisk. And now, yep, this will be a coach's challenge. We thought that might happen, triggering a review of the personal foul.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
5 on the clock. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. On deep. Oh, my goodness!
That's a miracle. Are you?
And that'll do it for the first half. A competitive game so far. It's the Spurs.
It's the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey, everybody. Good to see you back. DeMar DeRozan putting in some serious work for the team tonight. He had 13 points. And that's a wrap. With the third quarter approaching, we now send you back to Kevin and the crew.
And we're halfway through this one. Plenty of basketball left in a game that's been fairly even so far. A fantastic game from DeMar DeRozan so far.
Yeah, and just look at the numbers from the first half. He has been very efficient.
And it's not like everything's been at the rim. There's been a number of jump shots along the way.
DeJounte Murray is out there with White. Then there's Jakob Poeltl. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Walker in at the 3 spot. So that's who Greg Popovich starts the second half with. And it's Mitchell missing.
You expect him to make that, especially from that distance.
DeRozan lays it up and banks it in. DeRozan's got 15 points. Smitty, when things get heated between two players, we often see a double technical call. But should the instigator be penalized more if it can be determined who was the instigator?
I agree, Kevin. I just don't like sometimes when two guys get into it and you just automatically call a double technical. Because the strategy-wise, if I was playing Kevin and their best player had a technical already, I would get into it just so I can call a double technical and hopefully he'll be gone.
Now, wait a minute. Did you really? Honestly?
No, we did. I mean, I think that back in the day you saw like Patrick Ewing, for instance. He had a tech. We would just send somebody out there just to see a couple plays. If we can get him thrown out. Especially now, if you just call a double technical the way they do, a lot of star players have been gone.
They're getting a lot of their points outside the paint. 3 of their last 5 baskets are from three-point range.
For 3, Murray. Utah with the rebound.
After hitting 3 straight, they finally missed one. But you can see the rhythm coming out of the half.
It's good, and the San Antonio lead is cut down now to just 2 on the basket from Ingles. White the pass to Walker. And the whistle blows on the backcourt violation. He went over and back.
And a chance here to look at the numbers for Ingles. He's right around 9 points a night, 5 assists and 4 rebounds. He's been making the right decisions and letting the game come to him. Solid play all around.
He's not trying to take over necessarily. He's just taking what the defense allows and contributing to the cause.
Here's Murray. Terrific assist, a nice finish. Solid play all around.
And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And it's Mitchell with the jam.
And you talk about fighting your way back into a game. They've shown a lot of grit in this comeback.
Tremendous composure on display. When they were down big, they did not panic. They just stuck with the game plan.
Niang kicks to Gobert. Here's Mitchell. And the Jazz, another 3.
And they have been relentless from deep. And you see the defense trying to react, but to no avail.
You know what? They talked about this at halftime, and they're doing a better job of creating space. Well, if you ask Rudy Gobert, he's not focused on his individual matchup. His job is to anchor the entire defense. For him, it is a team game.
And goaltending is going to be the call, so they get the basket there anyway.
Man, that's a tough call for the refs to make there. I'm not sure it was on the way down, but that's how they saw it.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Rudy Gay's checked in for Zeller. Bryn Forbes comes in for White. And it's Mills in for Murray. And Utah with a change here, too. Clarkson's checked in. And Gobert kicks to Moutier. Connects from three-point range. Moutier's got the lead up to 4 now for Utah. And for big men like Gobert, their impact felt by every offensive player on the floor, not just the man he's guarding.
Kevin, he's an elite shot blocker, but it's also the shots he alters. His presence alone creates doubt in the mind of shooters.
You know, his positioning near the hoop, always to his advantage. Just a terrific job to tip that one back in.
Forbes dishes to Gay from past the arc. Gets it to go from beyond the arc. Gay's got 5 points in the quarter.
Doing his part to help stretch the defense. Gay looking confident from range.
O'Neal passes to Gobert. Here's Moutier. Keeps it alive. And there's Gobert putting it right back in. Gobert's got his first basket.
And the rebound battle split evenly thus far.
Gay dishes to DeRozan. The shot misses. And Utah the other way now. Following this one, they get to host the Pelicans. And that's the first game in a string of 3 straight at home. The Jazz have made 3 of their first 5 foul shots tonight. That's good from O'Neal. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for San Antonio. Joe Ingles is checked in for Utah. Conley now comes in for Moutier. Here's Mills, who provides a good amount of offense for the team, averaging around 11.5 points a game. Pass to Forbes. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan.
Unforced errors. These are the kinds of things that break momentum.
Clarkson surveying the floor. Fires the 3. Conley's shot is off. Spurs trail by 5.
A quick, good shot here, and they can go 2 for 1.
Trying to squeeze out every extra possession, but they have to work fast.
Gay outside. He feeds it to Poeltl.
What you love about Jakob.
And yep, we thought we might see it. And the coach's challenge has been triggered on the personal foul call.
And I think when it comes to some of the more difficult calls to make, personal fouls can be tough. The action is so fast that it's really tough to catch everything in real time.
The wonders of technology, Greg. We've seen replay reviews so effectively, and involving the coaches by being able now to challenge like this is something a lot of people have been hoping for. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
Well, it's been an exciting game. Plenty of offense as we head to the 4th quarter. Jazz lead by 7. And we're coming right back. Be sure to stay with us as we get started for the 4th quarter. And now we have a moment to reveal our State Farm assist of the game.
And he sliced the D wide open with his feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Creating plays for others, it's an art form, but it's also a discipline. Fantastic job.
And this is it. Glad to have you along for this 4th and final quarter. So on the floor for Utah. Inside, we have Ingles and Gobert. Clarkson is out there with Conley. And it's O'Neal in at the small forward position.
Really like the work inside from Poeltl, using his body well to draw the contact on his way up. There's a built-in respect for coaches who played in the NBA. The Jazz, Quinn Snyder, never made it that far. But as a point guard, he helped Duke make 3 Final Four appearances.
Derek White's checked in for the Spurs. Donovan Mitchell's checked in for the Jazz. White the pass to Mills. Good, nice job down low.
All day, Mills will do this for you. Lightning quick on the catch and release.
Smitty Snyder, also an All-American in high school, 2-time Washington State Basketball Player of the Year in high school.
Led Mercer Island to a state title, and then experienced coaching in college, the G League, and abroad. He's a lifer, and he's been around the game far and wide.
The Spurs making a switch here. Murray's checked in. And Conley gets it to go. The assist by O'Neal. O'Neal's got 4 assists now tonight.
Hard to imagine them losing this game if they can keep shooting like that.
Murray kicks to Gay from downtown. Poeltl. Nice persistence to tip it back up and in.
Got to be on the lookout for Poeltl crashing the glass, using his body to wreck the defense on the boards.
That one good for 2. And 11 points for Conley.
He's been a big factor in their offense tonight, making shot after shot. They're fortunate the defender couldn't control it. Almost lost that possession.
We're just over a minute and a half now into the 4th. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
Some players never recover from a torn Achilles. Rudy Gay has come back and as good as ever. Still one of the most productive small forwards we have in the league.
And Steve, the size and athleticism of Gay has always set him apart at that small forward position.
He's able to make something out of nothing, playing over the top most of the time of his defender. He is dangerous.
Walker dishes to Murray. That falls. Nice feed that time from Walker.
I just love this kid's fearlessness. Goes right at him, draws contact. It doesn't matter to him.
To the paint. He had stolen by Ingles. Stolen by Gay. To the middle. Here's White. Ingles with the rebound. Jazz leading by 6. And now they decide to foul intentionally.
Yeah, not sure what that was about. I mean, talk about a brain cramp.
On the wing, Mitchell. Fourth quarter of play, and we're about 2.5 minutes through it right now.
There was a mix-up defensively. Left him all alone. He just couldn't hit it.
Walker the pass to Gay. That one goes in.
That's a big bucket. Rudy knows this team needs his offense, and he wants to provide it.
Jazz have gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting at even 50% from the field. And Derek White picks up the foul. That's his first foul. DeMar DeRozan, he's checked in for Rudy Gay. Here's Mitchell, and it's good for 2. Mitchell's got 9 points here in the second half.
Donovan Mitchell is comfortable playing at all 3 levels. He's playing at his highest level tonight offensively.
In close, and with that shot, the Jazz lead is cut down to 4 again on the bucket from Poeltl.
Just tremendous shooting from Poeltl. Love how he's not afraid of taking these kinds of shots.
Here's White. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists in the game.
Any chance you get, you want to put yourself in a position to succeed, and that's what he did there.
Great job of reading the floor, got to the rim, and made a play.
And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That's his 4th foul of the contest. Look at the clock, a little under 3.5 minutes gone here in the 4th. Out left to the wing. Walker finds Poeltl. O'Neal comes with the double team. From deep, Walker. That one doesn't go. The Jazz go the other way with it. Their biggest lead of the game was 9. He gets that one.
Well above his scoring average tonight. Conley understands when the team needs points from him.
Murray, no good. Jazz leading by 7. Passes to Gobert. Uses the glass to finish the layup.
Yeah, I love the communication and the chemistry between those teammates.
Walker in the post. O'Neal's there. Murray for 3. Good on the 3-point shot.
The percentages from range aren't there yet for Murray, but his confidence never seems to waver.
Mitchell wide open. Tried to come right back with the 3 of his own, but it's no good.
This has reached desperation time for him.
For them to have a chance, everything has to go right on both ends from this point on. Beautiful location on the pass as usual. Led his man perfectly. Stepping up big, Gobert showing why he's considered a cornerstone for this franchise.
DeRozan passes to Poeltl over O'Neal. They get it back. It's in! And now they trail by just 4.
Back in the day, someone would have blocked him out, but times have changed.
Here's Gobert. A shot's good on the assist by Ingles.
They're in total command of this game with time starting to run out.
Reason why they've tightened up the vice grip a little more each time up the floor. We'll see if they can close this one out.
Yes, that goes in. And now it's an 8-point Utah lead.
Oh, that's easy offense. Hard to stay in front of Mitchell. It takes a collective effort defensively.
No good. So So we see the Jazz get the win here. A solid win on the road for them. This building was dead silent by the time, GA, this one wound down.
And that's what you want to do. Take the crowd out of it by crunch time. Don't give them any chance to lift their team up at the finish.
And David, thank you as always. And that'll do it, folks.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
of 2K TV.
The wait is almost over. We are just days away from 2K Day and the launch of NBA 2K21.
And if you can't wait, you can get early access to the NBA 2K21 demo right now. Here's how you get started.
Welcome, everyone, to Noche Payday. Here, a little intimidation factor, DA. Thanks. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Fox and Bogdanovich pair up at the 1 and the 2. Richaun Holmes out there with Bielitz, and it's Barnes in at the 3. And for the Spurs, they've got Pirtle, Murray out there with White. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the 3. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Chris, when Bielitsa is on the floor, he certainly gives this offense a different look.
Yeah, Bielitsa does a fantastic job spreading the floor and opening the lanes for the rest of the team. He doesn't have to play 30 minutes to make his impact felt out there on the floor. Just key stretches to free things up. Now, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. I mean, a very smooth touch on the stroke.
Here's DeRozan, and off the glass. That one's good.
Poor design there defensively. They know he's a knockdown shooter from that spot.
Oh, yeah, that's one of his go-to spots. I mean, you have to pressure him in that mid-range area.
So the Kings call timeout. They're first. Defeated by the Pelicans in their last game, they'll try to put that one behind them. And it's Fox with the ball for the Kings. Their last encounter was in Sacramento.
And the last time these two met, they were able to get a big win because of that bench production. Second unit might be a factor in this one as well.
Well, that's just something to keep an eye on. I mean, when their reserves are operating at a high level, it's so tough to beat.
And DeRozan throws it down.
Oh, that's a well-deserved assist. Not every player has the vision to make that thing.
Fox, no good. Outside, Walker. Out to the right wing. Wide open look here for Murray. Offline with the baseline jumper.
You can't look at the result of that shot. They'll take that whenever they get it.
You're exactly right. I mean, that's the kind of shot you're trying to work for at the offensive end.
A nice shot by Bogdanovich.
The three-point shot is wet. Bogdanovich looking calm, cool, and collected whenever he pulls up from that.
This end of the season awards already being debated. What did it mean to you when you were named All-NBA?
Well, it meant a lot, especially in my era, again, of playing against the best power forwards, I feel, in a group of all time. And so it meant a lot. There's only one power forward position, and so to be on that All-NBA team is something that's more special to me than being an All-Star, because it's not about being the best 12 or 24. It's about being the best 5 in the league. And so those moments were always special, being named the first team.
And like you said, you played in the golden era of the best players ever to play that position.
I tell you what, I think I played in the era where anyone that you would have picked in the power forward from the Western Conference, I couldn't have been upset at over myself, because everyone played in such a dominating fashion. Their teams were winning, and I knew personally how hard it was to guard these guys one-on-one.
Again, the miss by the Kings. For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 7 from the field, shooting over 50%. And the rejection by Holmes. Deflects the pass, and stolen by White. And here comes Walker, leading the fast break. Here's DeRozan. Hits the target from 18 feet. DeRozan's got 8 points.
The ball movement on this run has been fantastic and is a big part of why they've been able to get these good looks.
Now a timeout called by Sacramento.
Hey, Chris, there's a lot to like for this Kings franchise right now. Fans have got to be excited about their future.
Yeah, and credit my man Vlade in the front office for rebuilding. They got lots of great young talent, and they've kept their picks. The team should be a big factor in the West in the coming years.
some changes here for the Spurs. Gay comes in for Walker. And it's Bryn Forbes in for White. And then for Sacramento, Alex Lenz checked in for Rashawn Holmes. Jabari Parker comes in for Barnes. And it's Buddy Hield in for Bogdanovich. Shot by Hield, nobody around. And it's good on the assist by Parker.
What timing from Hill. Love how he sizes up these opportunities as the pass is coming his way.
Pass to DeRozan. About 3 minutes gone here in the first quarter. The pass to Purtle. Back to DeRozan. Clock at 6. Stolen by Len. And it's Hield off the drive. That one goes. Count it. Hield's got his second basket.
Hield is so quick on the drive, blasting through the defense, easily getting all the way to the cup.
Pass to Forbes. 1:31 left to play here in the first. 6 on the shot clock. Gay right side. And the shot clock expires. 24-second violation. As we approach the playoffs, let's now take a look at what is shaping up in the West. You look at Sacramento. They would be at the golf course if the playoffs happened today, looking to make a final push. And, of course, the San Antonio Spurs, a couple spots below.
And checking out Sacramento, they're one of those teams that hasn't quite figured it out this year. A lot of talent, a lot of heart, but nothing to put them up on that next level.
Yeah, they're kind of in that caught in the middle type group. You know what I mean? You wonder if they need a personnel change to get over the hump.
Here is Forbes, covered by Hield. Nice spin off the left rim and in. And it's Fox with the ball for the Sacramento Kings. It's a three-point game. Parker's shot is off. Spurs have gone 6 of 10 from the field in this ball game. Gay drives in. Good, and the assist goes to Murray.
And the wily athleticism of Gay helps him in these situations. Just so clever at finding ways to bury shots against defenders.
Passes it to Fox. Trying to find Hield and gets it to him. Back to Fox. Lets it go from deep. DeRozan with the rebound.
And he's still scoreless in the quarter. They might need to go to a plan B to help him get his confidence. Nice play, and you can see they're gathering momentum.
Yeah, and Greg, they've been a more cohesive team over this stretch, and then that helps account for their lead.
And stolen by Murray. It's Gay with the drive, and then Gay with the dunk.
Oh, that's the quickness of Gay. It's just astonishing. He really goes for the juggler thanks to his impressive leaping ability.
And here is Parker. Here's Fox. And the last second attempt does not go in for him. And so... we welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports, and always exciting. And guys, what's your take on the Spurs so far?
What we saw in that first quarter, they won their matchups defensively.
Yeah, they really got after it. I mean, they made life extremely difficult for the shooters, which is why they hold this lead.
On the court for the Kings as the second quarter gets underway. Joseph and Hield make up the backcourt. Kent Bazemore is out there with Giles, and it's Len in at the center, filling out the middle. Hield with the bucket.
Hield doesn't fear anyone. Phenomenal at keeping his eyes on the rim. He enjoys sinking these tough shots.
And really, for a long time, the specter hanging over Buddy Hield was he's the player who was traded for DeMarcus Cousins. Hard billing to live up to, but he has made some giant leaps with his development.
Spurs leading by 6. Now here's Zeller. Gay passes to Forbes. Over Hield. Forbes can't get it to go. And Hield has slowly but surely turned himself into one of the elite shooters in the NBA.
And guys, to be as locked in as he is from deep with his height and release is deadly. He's the kind of player who gets better as his teammates get better around him, and he is just now finding his stride.
Now here's Gay after the miss from Buddy Hield. 5 to shoot, and again, San Antonio turns it over.
unprecedented improvements to shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements. Shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. Unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending. RPM Tech benefits to the stick, resulting in unprecedented improvements in shooting, puck pickups, upper and lower body fluidity, and goaltending.
Once you pick your jumper, it's time to join the Clippers.
The friendship torch in the fourth. And nothing.
Well, guys,
a proud franchise. Thank you, David. A look at the starting group for the Magic. Gordon and Bamba, the combo inside. DJ Augustine out there with Terrence Ross. And it's Ennis in at the small forward position. And for San Antonio, we've got Jakob Poeltl. Derek White is out there with Murray. Then it's DeRozan. And it's Walker in at the small forward. Now here's Walker. And here comes Augustine late in the fast break. Trying to find Ross and gets it to him. An emphatic alley-oop jam.
Hey, stay Terrence Ross now, one of the most athletic players in the game. Don't sleep on him.
Murray, good. Now, these are not the lineups that either team, Clark, thought they would have for this one. Big injuries to contend with on both sides.
And that happens sometimes during the course of the season, Kevin. It's actually a good test of your depth and your will, and it gives other guys an opportunity to step into the breach and show what they've got. Always interesting to see which guys will take advantage of a newfound opportunity.
A lot of opportunity, you're right. Here's Murray following the score by Mohamed Bamba. Here's Walker with the three, drains the three-pointer.
Boy, Murray's court vision very sharp, and he's unselfish too. You love seeing that combination.
Oh, and he plucks it off the glass. Wow. Walker the pass to DeRozan. The shot's good on the assist by Walker.
And once he got to the 10, I think he was surprised to find himself that wide open.
Well, this early, they should be showing a lot more energy on defense. It's not there.
Now here's Ross. He had a 24-point outing in their last game against Chicago.
Yeah, but I like how he defended as well. You know, he got a couple blocks in that game and just an all-around great effort.
White against Ross. Pirtle kicks to Murray. Out to DeRozan from downtown, and he's good on the three ball. DeRozan's got 5 points so far.
Boy, I really like the rhythm and pace that DeRozan plays with. I mean, on these catch and shoots, really showing you nice poise and pace.
In transition, here come the Spurs. And the dunk by Walker.
And creating a little separation here, gaining some confidence.
Yeah, you get the sense that they're going to start stretching this lead out a little bit.
Here's Gordon, and they call the foul, so he's got the and one chance here to make it a three-point play.
Aaron Gordon is no pushover, far from it. I mean, with the ability to knock down shots despite contact, this young fella's impressive.
Rudy Gay's checked in for San Antonio. Bryn Forbes comes in for White, and the 6'7" swingman, Terrence Ross, the number 8 pick out of Washington.
Well, you know, the shooting and leaping ability of Ross, phenomenal. I mean, I think the defensive end is where he can solidify his game and really improve. He's got all the tools, though, to be an excellent two-way player.
And it's out of bounds. Last touch by DeRozan.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And, you know, even though they didn't come up with the steal, that's still a nice defensive play.
Looking at who's out there now for the Spurs. Tyler Zeller comes in for Jakob Poeltl. When it's Mills in for Murray. Fournier's checked in for the Magic. San Antonio leading by 5. 1:58 left in the first quarter. Now here's Mills, guarded by Augustine. Clock at 6. Forbes the pass to Gay. Lays it up and banks it in.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
On the top of the key, again the Spurs good for 2.
Great rhythm to Gay's pull-up jumper. Boy, that thing is smooth.
Augustine against DeRozan. Bamba shooting foul as the whistle blows. He'll shoot 2 free throws. Now when you look at Mo Bamba with his size around 7'1" in height, Clark, the longest wingspan, arm span ever measured at the combine, he can dominate inside.
And you know what, guys? The scary thing is he's got room to fill out. He's got room to add good muscle and weight to that frame. And once he does, he's going to be a nightmare to deal with.
Now here's Zeller. He's been patient so far. Nothing on the scoreboard yet. Passes it to Bellinelli. San Antonio needs to get off a shot here. And here's the fast break, and Bamba leading the way. And the shot is good. Bamba's got his second basket of the night.
Well, you've got to know where Bamba is at all times, especially when the break is on and he's running the floor.
Shot by Zeller, no good.
And he did everything he could to make that shot as difficult as possible.
And you know what, guys? That will pump him up because he takes a ton of pride in what he does on defense.
Here's Mills following the score by Mohamed Bamba. Pass to Forbes. Now here's Zeller. Inside, here's Gay, and he uses the glass on the layup. Gay's got 6.
You know what? When he's got the chance to get inside, Gay's going to take it, fellas. I mean, he doesn't waste those opportunities.
And the basket is good. Got it to go through on the contact, so a free throw coming up. A great opportunity for a three-point play. The Magic have gone 2 for 3 at the foul line in this game. San Antonio leading by 3. And here is Bellinelli. He had 16 points in the win against Dallas. Fast break. Here come the Magic. Mills with the steal. And a good game so far as we conclude the first quarter. We welcome you back to Noche Latina. Becoming an annual tradition is always here on 2K Sports and always exciting. And before we move on, what do you guys think about what we've seen so far from the Spurs?
Well, the offense is clicking, and they seem to have seized the momentum here early on.
Yeah, you know, I agree. No warm-up needed. They came in on fire and have already built a nice lead.
And so in the game for the Magic, we've got Markelle Fultz. He's out there with Michael Carter-Williams. Fournier out there with Vucevic. And it's Birch in at the power forward position. That puts them in the lead. Fultz has got his first points of the game.
And you talk about the best defensive head coaches in the league. Steve Clifford has to be on that short list.
I would agree with you, partner. I mean, his teams play hard, they play smart, they play with discipline, and that usually is a reflection of the coach, and a good one.
Here's Gay. Markelle Fultz making his last shot. Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in.
And you can learn a lot about rebounding by watching this guy. Look at the fundamentals there on the box out.
And here's Mills for 3. Orlando grabs the miss. Outplayed in the previous game on their schedule, losing to Chicago. Oh, Vucevic in position. Stolen by Gay. We're about a minute and a half into the second quarter now. Again, the miss by the Spurs.
Very dangerous to leave a guy like that open. Lucky break there for the D.
Here's Fultz. Vucevic trying to get open. Count it. Fultz has got the lead up to 5 now for Orlando.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Mills with it. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Dallas. And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Markelle Fultz. That is his first foul of the game. And some changes here for the Spurs. Pirtle, he's checked in for Zeller. Wright comes in for Bryn Forbes. And Murray subbed in for Patty Mills. So Orlando going with an almost entirely new group. Aaron Gordon, he's checking in for Vucevic. And this comes in for Evan Fournier. Ross, he's checked in for Markelle Fultz. And DJ Augustine subbed in for Michael Carter-Williams. The first free throw is good. A lot of players keep track of their stats, their own team stats. But Clark, how much do guys pay attention to stats in game?
I have no idea. I mean, I know stat sheets are given to the coaches during the timeouts throughout the game, but I don't think players in general are able to monitor their numbers. Now, there are exceptions to every rule. I imagine every team may have a player or two that can chart his numbers during the game, but the vast majority are too occupied with playing the game to keep up with the stats.
And they're looking up at the scoreboard, too, aren't they? Because they give individual stats up on the board.
Oh, man. Yeah, I tell you that, and then watching replays is one of my pet peeves with players. I mean, they should just focus on playing the game instead of always looking up to see if they fouled or not.
Now here is Pirtle. Following the miss by Aaron Gordon, DeRozan's shot is off. And even 3-on-3 break. A baseline J. And it's going to be out of bounds. The Spurs will take it.
Let's take a moment now, Kevin, to see how the Spurs are doing in the NBA statisticals currently.
And, you know, going back to their turnovers, fewest in our league, that shows you the intelligence they play with. You have to beat them. They are not going to do it for you.
And the Magic making a change here. Bamba's checked in. And it's DeRozan missing.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Ross passes to Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
Ross has earned his reputation as a team-first guy. Excellent at distributing the ball.
to White. Good, and the assist goes to Murray. Murray's got 3 assists now in this one.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now here is Augustine. He's coming off a 16-point game against Chicago. And Pirtle sends it back. Shot clock at 5. The second chance effort. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line. Now in his 6th season in the NBA, hard to believe Aaron Gordon is still just 24 years of age.
Not much older than some rookies coming in. You wonder what his ceiling will be.
You know, you talk about the explosive athletes in the NBA, the most explosive athletes. I would think Aaron Gordon has to be on your list. I mean, this guy has great feet, tremendous speed, and he puts both to use on both ends of the floor.
It's tipped, and here comes Augustine late in the fast break. Here's Murray, and he gets the basket. Officials blowing the whistle, so a chance at the line for one more.
Well, you look at that situation. He thought he could keep Murray from converting if he got physical with him. You better think again.
Fultz, he's checked in for the Magic. That one misses for Murray. They time it right. They can end this quarter with a 2-for-1.
And that's how you want to end the quarters.
Ross with it, now guarded by Pirtle. No good from Ross. San Antonio trailing here. White the pass to Murray. Can't tie it up as that one's no good.
Boy, patrolling the paint well, protecting the rim. That's exactly the kind of defensive effort you need against him.
And Fultz gets it to go.
And I like the fact that he really was unfazed by that scoreless first quarter. And now you can see him getting into a rhythm.
Now here's Murray, guarded by Fultz. The pass to Pirtle. Outside DeRozan. Outside for Murray. Shoots from 12. And he got that one up in time, but doesn't go in. And thank you, David. And we'll be back for the third quarter of action following halftime.
The 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Hey again, everybody. It was a closely contested first quarter for Orlando. They kept at it on both ends. That's all for now.
Second half of basketball upon us. We may be in for an exciting finish based on how close of a game it's been so far. And guys, you know, Mohamed Bamba has really been making it happen.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Well, you know what, guys? It was all about efficient offense, not rushing things, taking your time, finding the best shot on every possession.
DeJounte Murray is out there with Derek White. Then there's Jakob Pirtle. Then it's DeRozan, and it's Walker in at the 3, the small forward. That's the San Antonio 5.
And you look out there at the Magic, one of the taller teams in our league.
And, you know, that's a philosophical bent for the front office. They want long, athletic players. Draft guys with great length and then develop their strength and skill level. And I actually kind of like that approach. Have a philosophy, stick to it, and be true to it.
And it's blocked by Gordon.
Good defensive instincts there displayed by Gordon. Reading the shooter all the way and timing the rejection perfectly.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
And Pirtle has it in the corner. Murray left side. Down low, 9 feet out. Count it, and the Orlando lead as they cut to just 5 points on the basket from DeMar DeRozan.
The determination that DeRozan brings to scoring in the painted area, really unmatched. He's not going to mess up too many of those chances.
The Spurs have gone 2 of 3 from the field to start the second half. Here's Murray. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. TJ Augustine picks one up. And Clark coming out of Washington is a one-and-done. DeJounte Murray was considered a raw prospect.
Yeah, very raw. The 29th pick in the 2016 draft, guys, taken by the Spurs. excellent physical tools and outstanding athleticism. It was surprising that he left when he did. I recall that when I heard. But at 6'5", a 7-foot wingspan, he's got a chance to be special.
Really, really good at recognizing the gaps and getting the ball to the rim.
And we're just about 2 minutes into the second half now. And stolen by Fournier. And they're running. Vucevic with it. And Zeller picks him up defensively. And it's Vucevic missing. Spurs trail by 6. To the right side. Here's Forbes. And he drops in the layup off the glass.
They found a nice groove in this half, starting out 3 for 4.
And so it's Carter Williams. He'll bring up the ball for Orlando. Following this one, they get to host the Hornets. That game is the first and last of their homestand.
Boy, his mobility is really surprising for a 7-footer when you look at Vucevic. He really takes it strong to the basket when he gets a lane.
Now here's Gay. He's got 8. Outside for Murray. 6 on the shot clock. And Forbes has it in the corner. Off target from three-point range. Magic leading by 6. And it's Gordon finishing it off.
You give Gordon a chance to get out and run, give him room. I mean, this guy can cover ground in a hurry. You got to close out on him early, or he's going to make you pay for it.
Now here's Murray. 5 points in the game. Gay with no one around. Drills it from outside. Gay's got 11.
He might not have the long range ability of some other guys, but he will knock down open ones like that.
Murray against Fournier. An easy 2 points on the layup. And the Magic lead by 7. Clark, a lot of coaches like to run their offense through centers. Any names you can think of who you'd be comfortable running your offense through at that position?
Well, just because I've watched him and loved his game since locking into him, Jokic. Yeah. Man, can he pass it. He can shoot it. He can score it inside. He's got such excellent hands and touch. He's at the top of the list. DeMarcus Cousins, big guy that can shoot it and pass it as well. And Marcus Hall is also in that list.
Well, you'd feel comfortable with any of those guys holding the ball, distributing the ball, wouldn't you?
No doubt.
Murray, good.
And not being as aggressive from the three-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
Here's Fournier, and 2 free throws coming up, unable to get that one to go with all the contact. Nobody has been better at clogging the passing lanes than this group. We're the tops in the league in steals since the All-Star break. 5th, DeJounte Murray.
Defensively, he's been a glove. I mean, he has just been blanketing his opponents.
And Fournier is highly skilled, a crafty European talent who's really fearless when it comes to shooting the basketball.
Here's what San Antonio's going with right now. Jakob Poeltl's checked in for Zeller. DeMar DeRozan comes in for Marco Bellinelli. And it's Mills in for Murray. Now Gordon following Rudy Gay's three-point attempt. Outside Fournier. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
I'd like to see Fournier drawing contact on his shots. I mean, he's just a crafty player who gives defenses a lot of problems.
And he sinks the second. Spurs trail by 6.
And no need to rush this. Let the clock run down.
Yeah, don't give them another possession here.
DeRozan passes to Mills. And it's out of bounds. The Spurs able to retain possession here. Takes the 13-footer, and it's good. But hold on, the officials may want to look at that one on the replay monitor. And not so fast. The officials are going to check that shot again and make sure they got it right before we go to the fourth. And a great show through 3 quarters as we enter the fourth. Who will carry the day? Orlando up.
Well, we're doing well. Great job. Show your hand.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the fourth quarter. Fourth quarter on the floor for the Magic. Gordon and Bamba, the combo inside. Fournier out there with Markelle. And folks, the coach's challenge has been initiated for a personal foul. Close game like this, and he thought it wasn't a good call.
And this is the time now where the officials can review in closer detail what constituted the original personal foul. Getting a different angle can sometimes make it a lot easier to determine.
Greg, indeed, and the one thing with replay review is that when you see the slow motion replays, you really get a new appreciation for just the immense speed at which these players are moving and how fast the action really is and how hard it can be sometimes, you know, Greg, to make the right call. And the announcement on the review is that the foul was called in error. So they have determined, Greg, to overrule the original call.
And guys, this is what it's all about, getting the call right. And I think in this case, the video review showed that while it was a tough call to make on the floor, they got it right with the review.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Pass to Bamba. Gordon with it. Back to Bamba. And the dunk by Bamba.
Well, you know, games like this demonstrate the bright future Bamba has. You know he's got to be feeling good about how things are going right now.
And Mills kicks to Gay. Back to Mills. Over Fultz. Sinks it from just inside the baseline. Mills has got the game tied up here for the Spurs.
So impressive, the fortitude, the will to battle back, but it did take a lot of energy to get here.
Yeah, you know, battling back is about staying the course, and their attitude never changed.
Just about 1.5 minutes gone by here in the fourth. And that won't go, missing the go-ahead bucket. The Magic have gone 2 of 3 from the field to get the fourth quarter started. Ross for 3. Rebounded by the Spurs.
You know, it's really surprising that they're up at this point, given that he's struggled so mightily.
Out of bounds, Orlando takes possession. Walker's checked in for Rudy Gay. DJ Augustine's checked in for Orlando. And so it's Ennis bringing it up now for Orlando. A 2-point game. No good with the elbow jumper. And for the Spurs, they're shooting it really well. 54% from the floor. All going up court, and it's Gordon finishing it off.
Yeah, nice vision from the little fella there, Augustine, making it easy for his teammates by finding the open man.
Pass to DeRozan. Over Gordon. San Antonio again missing. Magic leading by 4. For 3, Ross. Here's Bamba, and foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line. That one on DeRozan.
Yeah, you can see Bamba's composure down there. I mean, even when he's under pressure, he stays aggressive and calm.
DeJounte Murray, he's checked in for San Antonio. He hits the second from the line.
And even with one miss, he's still able to stretch that to a 2-possession game. That is huge for them right now.
Out to DeRozan. Trying his luck from deep. And it's Orlando with the rebound. Bamba's got rebound number 8 now on the night. The 3. That shot is off. So the Spurs will take it the other way. Here's Gordon, and they cash in right away with the quick shot. Gordon's got 4 this quarter. And taking a quick look here at the hustle stats for Orlando.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
They've repeatedly gotten out on the break tonight as well and scored a lot of baskets in transition.
Here's Ross, and he's fouled pretty hard on that shot, but he's got the chance to pick up the points at the line. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
Great appreciation for Ross. Never afraid of going into the contact on the way up. Well done.
And he hits both free throws here. So now it's a 7-point game.
No mistakes there. Good free throws to give them just a little bit more cushion.
Shot from free throw range. Shot's good by Walker.
Nice play call there. Down the stretch, getting him the open look.
Yeah, I put that one on the defense. I mean, they can't leave him open at this stage.
For 3, Ross. Walker with the rebound. For San Antonio, they've gone 4 of 8 in this fourth quarter, shooting an even 50% from the field. Pirtle, the pass to White, takes a three. Another shot. And Bamba pulls it down. Bamba's got 9 rebounds in the game, getting it done. And it's Gordon with the finish.
Yeah, great hustle from Gordon using his patented vertical to sky up for the board.
Walker finds Murray. Out left to the wing, and the ball travels out of bounds. It was last touched by Bamba. The Magic making a switch here. Fournier is checked in. And 1:01 left to play here in the fourth. Murray surveying the D. 6 to shoot. Feeds it to DeRozan. It's good! Oh, and that cuts the lead to just 5.
This is what scratches the itch for DeRozan. Moments like this, he lives for. Takes great pride in being the guy to knock down the critical shots.
Gordon goes in. That's in. Augustine with the assist. And the Magic lead by 6.
Easy to see why Gordon has the ball in these moments. He's phenomenal at coming up big.
Here's DeRozan. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul.
And really the defense fouling there to prevent the layup, but that's exactly what you need to do.
It is. I mean, no reason to back off and give him the layup. I mean, much better off making him go to the line.
And stolen by Murray. Yes!
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
Cool, calm, collected, and confident in the biggest moment of the game. Yes.
Gordon finds Bamba. Here's Ennis. The putback, count it.
Late in the game, up big, they continue to attack.
Yeah, I don't think you want to get loose and sloppy or ease up, but it is time for them to start using that clock a bit.
Outside, White. Back to DeRozan. Over to the left wing. Walker's shot is off.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
First free throw is good, and that puts them up by 5.
A top 10 pick in the 2018 draft, Mohamed Bamba. Mo Bamba for short is a terrific athlete.
So the Magic win it.